Hello, Malcolm, and hello, everyone else. Welcome to episode 31 of Planetbase. Well, the Obelisk Resort is still there, but there's not really any resort type activity taking place just yet. Um, we're at an expansion sort of edge point. The place needs to get bigger now. Otherwise, we just slog out and we could even die. Goodness knows, a lot can happen. And there goes our driller bot back out to the mine. And we just got over a flare. Hoping the flare really is over. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we put in a new dormitory, we put in a new storage, we've got that all going on over there. I was thinking that, well, bioplastic's pretty short, but I'm thinking I better put the extra beds in the infirmary. Actually, no. It looks like I messed up putting those in, doesn't it? I don't know. They don't seem like they're placed that well, so I'm actually gonna pop them out and do them again. And just see. I'm sure I'll get the same bloody number of beds in anyway, but we're just gonna try a bit more of a squeeze. Watch them take that bioplastic to storage. So funny. Oh well, they don't know what management's doing. Got the beds, what's wrong with his head? But in fact, we're just trying to make the structure more efficient. And yeah, there's just going to be the one bed, so it was pretty pointless to do. That's fine. That makes our infirmary a little more capable. I didn't actually mean to save there. My finger just went on the escape button, and then I reflex saved. Reflex saved. Okay, they're fixing up that busted connection. Spares are great. That's really, really good. We have a lot of vegetables. So we need staff. That means we need canteen. We had a dormitory. It means we need canteen. We'll count on our current oxygen production for the moment, I guess. Yeah, we're fine. We'll just make sure that canteen's not too far away from where the oxygen comes from. I wish it would fit in there. I really do. I really wish it would fit in there. This will be close enough. No double connection available. Double connection available here. Well, that can be the first canteen attached to the actual base, I guess. The real base. So we will make it a big one despite the cost. And we don't lose anything by making those connections. Whereas with this, you lose usable space with every connection. The place is already almost done. So, yeah, I don't know how many more consoles we'll get in there. We'll do a double airlock this way with another security, and then we'll do a single airlock this way with another security, and we'll build the big pad and another small pad out here. That's the current plan. In the meantime, we're going to switch trading on. We can lose some of them veggies and maybe pick up something we need. And as for staffing, well, let's just see. We wanted workers. We really did want workers. We've got 5 workers, 5 biologists, 4, 2, 0. Yeah, we're going to bring in a pair of workers, I think. Hot meals are down. Well, the meal makers are working, and we are building canteen. It's going to take longer because it's the bigger one, so too bad on that front. But and we chewed up bioplastic making these extra beds, and we're going to get shot by a meteor any second. I really would like a laser. That'd be nice. I think we will open up 2 workers. Gonna presume we can handle the load. Oh, okay, here's the trick. You turn off the pad. And then you make your decisions, and we'll just get a full load of workers in. I can't deal with the percentage thing. I'm never going to get it to work quite right. I think it's great for a bigger base, but right now, I need what I need. and I need certain types of hands to get on the job, you know? Got enough engineers and everything. Need those workers to get the steel and bioplastic rolling. Although starch production isn't great. We've got quite a few starch pads in. Rice, wheat, rice, lettuce, onion. Okay, we've only got 3, so maybe we need more starch pads. I don't know. I don't know. We'll watch vegetable production and see about that. Does seem like starch production is mighty low. It really does. Another biodome or rebuild a biodome. We can pull this whole biodome. Yeah, we can pull the whole thing out. Smash-o. That's a scary thought. We definitely have some trouble rebuilding after that, but it would actually be a perfectly good place for a bigger biodome. And we do have a lot of vegetables. Well, let's get them colonists in and do our best. Our condition was really poor, and it's still really poor. I'm not sure why. We have adequate thises and that's, so whoop, there's ship. It's trader. Why did I go to X1? Trading pauses anyway. Well, they're down at decent. That's terrible. Oh, he's got starch. We'll buy some of that. He's got ore. We'll buy some of that. But we'll definitely buy a bunch of starch. We'll unload here. That'll really help us along. Gotta say. Maybe we'll grab a couple of these too. Value 159. Value 160. I'm gonna go with that. That's a lot of stuff to deal with. They're gonna be real busy and real irritated, but well, they can't do any more with this till they have the materials anyway, so not gonna worry about that, are we? And this should get us going on some bioplastics production. Want that trader out of here. I think the power system's still good for overnight. We'll keep our eyes on those flare warnings. At least we've got a scope up. It helps. I better have a little of my coffee here. It's still warm. My. Not a bad cup of coffee. I finally, you know, my ex taught me at last how to make coffee. I used to make her dreadful cups of coffee every morning. It was like one of those old 1950s commercials. You can't make your man a decent cup of coffee, and you know. And finally, she managed to teach me to let the kettle rest before pouring it into the grounds, because we use we did use a cone filter. And you get the best cup of coffee from a cone filter, I think. But you have to be aware of the right temperatures. And I just wouldn't be taught for the longest time. I just wouldn't be taught. But now I've learned, and even though this isn't particularly good coffee that I've got here, it's Pride of Arabia beans. It makes a decent cup if you get the temperature right. If you don't, it makes a brackish cup of nasty, frankly. A brackish cup of nasty. And I just got sent some good coffee from relatives who are very kind with their coffee sending. So I've got some, I think it's Tanzanian coffee, and it looks like good stuff, and I'm sure when I crack the vacuum it'll smell like good stuff and be good stuff. I do love my coffee. It just, you need it. You know, you need it. Now they've got to unload all this junk. Oh, what have I done to them? What's their condition? Oh, they're back up to good. Fine. That's excellent. We're still waiting on those workers, and then we'll shut off the pad again. So I think that's enough trading for a minute. This single airlock at the pad is a downer. Maybe getting the new pad up pretty quickly might be an idea, eh? Because this is causing massive choke of workers trying to get their work done. I think our carrier bot must be gone. I think he wore out already. Oh, there, no, I saw him goofing around in the biodome there, so that's cool. He's alive. You can't go in and specifically check people's status, I don't think. There are these, like, charts and graphs and stuff, but I'm not going to go there. They're, like, production charts and stuff. That's management stuff. What's this? Oh, that's the technologies. That's your milestones. Okay. Oh, and you can do landing permissions right from here. Speak of the devil, eh? Looks like he's an electronics trader from the semiconductor on the ship, so I'm gonna see what he's got and see what we've got. Well, bots and semiconductors he's got. Let's just see what we can dump his way in terms of filling his hold. And we'll sell a couple expensives, eh? And see if we can't get ahead on some production stuff here. So, okay, grab those, and maybe grab that. And maybe we can still, yeah, we can make it up still, so we might even get something more. 2 of those. I don't think he has the hold space left. Let's cram him. I mean, I was going to pull out that biodome, but I'll just hold off on pulling out the biodome, eh? I'll just hold off on pulling out the biodome because we're selling a lot. So we're up to 370. We have another driller for that price. Driller bought patent. Only 200? Oh, really? Oh, seriously? Oh, that's a lot. We can't even make that up with our money. So, okay, that's brutal. Okay, now we're back into doable land here. Oh, that costs way too much. That costs a little too much. Doesn't cost a lot too much. Okay, you know what? I think we're gonna go for it here. Wow, that's a huge trade. We can use those semiconductors. Crazy. I think I'm crazy doing that trade. We'll probably get flared while we're trying to load it out too, eh? Chances are, and we didn't get our workers in yet, so all these things and more await us. So I better save. And biology is going to fall into disrepair, of course, but we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about that. Try to get this giant trade accomplished, and the pad's already loaded with stuff. Oh wow. Oh wow, eh? Oh wow. This is a beat down and change for the base, and they may have to go under alert during this as well. I better keep that alert panel out and just try to be Mr. Quickie if I get a flare detected. There's nothing we can build or do, and we're just hoping that this giant workload doesn't actually kill them. And that our scope catches anything scary, because there could be a clot of people outside stuck with that single airlock, and we could end up with some sickies, which is a good thing we put in a couple extra beds. The medic recovered from radiation sickness. The medic recovered from radiation sickness by lying in the bed, but maybe only medics do that. Oh, are you joking with me? Oh, that's a bad trip. We lost a biologist and looks like a worker and engineer. Blue, so I think that's a worker gone. Got 4 workers, 4 biologists left. Wow. That was kind of unfortunate. I guess that's why we're trading for semiconductors right now, folks. Is so we can get a laser on this base and maybe another scope, and oh dear, like, okay, so we lost a worker and a biologist. We're going to need another biologist. We'll hold off on everything else, but we're going to take in a mixed load instead of what we'd planned. Wow, that's rough, man. Well, oh, and everybody's really unhappy because of the death of their friends. Yeah, look, they're all sad and they need entertainment, but they're doing this massive loadout. It's still pending a ton of stuff. Right, I gotta watch for that flare, too. Gotta watch for that damn flare. Gotta watch. So I've got a feeling we will get flared while we're loading this big ship out. Little ship. When your colony's bigger and you've got the big pad, you can bring in bigger ships than this. So it's nighttime now, so we won't get flared out. Spares held out. Food held out. It's a shame we lost 2 people to an accident. That really is a major downer. But and look, everybody's sad. Everybody's sad, and maintenance is in the toilet. So I think we're shutting off Trader now. Yeah, we'll just shut down Trader now. Our robot turned into a pile of scrap. No, he just stopped running. Someone will eventually fix the poor little demon. And this this gets us, what, 2 carrier bots, so maybe that'll help too, you know. Oh, he's getting there. Won't be long now. You can see the last few people coming out. And then they can get to their video screens and whatever and try to forget. I'll get them some new video screens built when we've got the bioplastic, of course. I'll get that new canteen started furnishing right away. We'll put it ahead of the laser. And then we'll... Okay, so we did get 2 carrier bots. Good, and we got our stuff that we need, so... That's all good. Okay, I'm going to save here. Got to keep an ear open for the ship while I'm doing this furnishing. I'll throw out a meal maker. We're going to have a brick of meal makers in this thing, but right now we're just going to do like some basic stuff. Does that stops me from putting a table there? Doesn't it? Oh no, no. There's no table there. So cool. And a couple of video screens. There we are. I didn't see what I got. I got a biologist. Okay, so X1. And check our stats. What do we got? We're back up to 5 biologists. Maybe we should just switch back to workers now. Okay. We'll let 5 biologists handle that for the moment. Oh, they got the video screen up quick. That's nice. They need it. They need it. I'm glad they built it first. They're unhappy. Give them 2. A potted plant. No, let's make it nice. And maybe a second fountain in there actually as well. You know, I think it's very important to have sufficient sources of fresh water for your pet colonists. I may be blocking a meal maker there, but I'm not gonna stress. This is just backup canteen for the moment. Not a big deal. I'm wondering about flares. A bit scary. Wow, we have like no food. Too funny. Hopefully the biologists are gonna get this caught up. They're probably doing something else. Yeah, they're doing something else. Let's hope they get it caught up, or we'll have a problem on our hands. For sure. We're okay for now. We're gonna make it. We bought that starch, so we got bioplastic coming. I gotta remember that I need some of that bioplastic for other stuff. And that this is about as far out as we can build on our oxygen and power that we have. We want redundancy in those things. Okay, I'm back up to X4. I need this ship to land. What? Who? Where? What happened? I don't get it. Asphyxiation? What? Oh no! It happened again! Holy shit, folks. The hell? These idiots. I hope she doesn't drop. Oh, she's about to drop. Get in that airlock, honey. Oh no, and someone goes pushing past her too. It's terrible. Well, she made it. So we just lost an engineer. That's just... why? Why? Why would they build themselves into a little triangle? Oh. That's twice. That's twice these guys have pulled that stunt on me, and I'm not really too impressed with it. Get her done. Build it and don't get stuck, okay? Now we need engineers. I don't get it. Who would do that? What? Who would do that? Well, Benito, your name goes on the monument too. You will be remembered as a hero because we don't want any stupid accidents like that to really be in the public's attention here at the Obelisk. So, these little mistakes that happen, we'll just put it down to, I don't know, maybe we can collect his insurance or something like that. There must be a positive side to this mess. I'm so disappointed that that happened. I don't understand. Oh, man. What the hell? Okay, how many do we get? We got one worker. Okay. Turning that off for the moment. So we've replaced our dead, basically, but we haven't gained any staff. And we probably need another engineer. We've actually, yeah, we've lost staff. Probably need another engineer. I'm not impressed. These guys, yeah, now we need a lot of staffing. I'm gonna get a few more workers before I restock engineers. Restock. Yes, they're fungible, these poor humans, but honestly, guys, just, oh man, really, really, just unbelievable. I wonder if no one will now build that connection. I wonder if it'll just stay unbuildable. I don't know. I want the connection there so that it's easy to get from the sort of, entrance area here to the canteen. I don't want them having to go an extra mile. But it doesn't look like anyone's planning to bring any of that wonderful bioplastic to it. I guess they're doing these builds first, so we'll wait and see. We are going to bring in another bunch of workers, but we could have problems with this small amount of engineers that we have left, because they do have work to do. So we want to get these workers in, and then we probably want to bring in engineers. And we'll just have to stick with our current biology section. I had thought to pull that dome and expand, but now we've sold all our food, and we're short-staffed, and, there's a couple other things to take care of before we do that biodome up. Our veg production should come up enough to take care of that. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten flared. They do come, and our scope is only occasionally manned right now. Okay, they built it, and did he do it? He didn't build himself in. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh my god. Anytime you hear that little glaa, you know you've done something critically foolish. Okay, what did we get? One worker. Just one. Okay. Okay, well let's take a look. That gives us 6 workers, 5 biologists, 3 engineers, 2 medics. We need some engineers in now. Okay, so we're going to go to permissions. Now, just not 100% sure what I want to do here. I don't know what this will do for us, and we can't really handle a lot of people, so... In fact, we can't really handle extra people, so I'm just going to pull in engineers. This may be the more clumsy means of doing it, but I think it's also probably the safer means of doing it. And I hope food production pulls itself back out of the toilet. I think when those things are low maintenance, their production slows down or ceases, so... with the biologists on them now, they should be cranking away, and since we had extra food before, even with one more meal maker, we should pull ahead on food, I guess. I thought that person was like snuffing the plant. What a nice house plant. Well, you never know with these colonists. They could have all sorts of interesting habits. They do seem to be a pretty ecologically minded and mellow bunch. You know, they're not particularly warlike, although they do, you know, maintain security with guns, which is sensible. When there's no one to protect you, you've got to protect yourself. You know, there's no space police here. Quite the reverse. There's people who sneak on to perfectly legitimate colony ships and come raiding your base. I wonder if base raiders ever show up with disease as well. That would be like the ultimate base raider, would be a diseased base raider. A diseased space pirate. I would like this game to add diseased space pirates. Glad we got a couple medical supplies handy. Bioplastics still in the dumps. But there went a worker with a broken limb, so great. These ships are not coming very frequently. That's helping, though, because this means we catch up on a couple of things while I'm busy waiting. At least the colonists have a chance to get themselves together. They're still at poor, eh? That's not cool. They've got enough hot meals, they've got enough oxygen, they've got enough places to sleep. So I'm assuming it's lingering sadness over the deaths of their friends and maybe not quite enough entertainment facilities or something. Poor. Really poor. Okay, they're up to decent now. Oh, my mouse is going a bit jittery. The battery's probably getting low, the range will reduce, and I'll have to slowly drag my keyboard over towards the tower and my mouse pad with it. I'm going to get a new mouse pretty soon, folks. You'll be seeing some deliciously smooth mouse performance in a week or 3 here. So I'm gonna... Okay, 1 engineer. Well, they're certainly not hitting me with anything I can't handle at the moment. That's for sure. Okay, so now we've got 6, 5, 4, and 2. We're going to hold with that and get a laser built, I think, and we're going to let everything else catch up as well. We'll leave the pad shut down for a little while, and we'll try to get a laser built and maybe another scope. So we got first we got to get exterior structures. First we better take a look at the power grid. Okay, power grid can handle the laser. Maybe not much else, but it can handle the laser. I really would like this biodome replaced with a bigger one. We'll build the laser first, I think, and then we are going to haul that sucker out and replace it. Laser location. Well, I want to go this way to get another security center and airlock on, so laser could go out behind the dorm here. That's probably okay. Again, we can take stuff out if we absolutely have to, can't we? So let's pop that laser there. Oops. No. Yep. Bang. I don't know if I need to connect it up any more than that. The chances of a meteor strike disabling it and then another meteor strike coming right afterwards are, I think, reasonably low. I think everyone's still really unhappy, you know? Yeah. They really didn't like their friends getting toasted. It's not the first. There's been a string of deaths here at the Obelisk, and I don't know if that reflects management, you know? Management would contend that it reflects the workers, and the workers would probably contend that it reflects management. There's just no burgers or anything happening here. Robots falling to pieces everywhere. Hey, we got a pasta. We got 2 pasta. So it's the wheat that makes the pasta. Okay. So we really could use another bunch of wheat pads, basically. Maybe that's why we aren't making a lot of starch, is it's going into the meal makers. I hadn't really thought about that. Looks like we'll get our laser done reasonably quickly. That's cool. It's gonna get built. It's still not going to provide us with infinite defense. We don't have sufficient scopes or engineers to really deal with that. Man, all this scenic terrain that we're not going to be using. Like, look at this over here. Kind of wonder if we could use this area. It's a really nice area. How do you get to it? Not this way. Yeah, look at this big area and it surrounds that nice thing. So maybe I was thinking about taking the base the wrong direction, really. Because I was shooting more for this area. This is pretty scenic, too. But there is a bit of an end point to this area. Whereas that area, well, I don't know if we could cut through these foothills, though. I'm kind of presuming we couldn't cut through those foothills. I think they're a bit taller than base stuff we'll deal with. So we might be stuck with that expansion direction, but it's really limiting us. Tricky. Yeah, that's the nicest area over there. And it's got this other scenic lovely feature that they could hike their little astronaut selves to look at. So could we cut through these foothills somehow? I don't think we could ever make it around this way. It's too far. You can't build that much base. Or maybe there is a path through the foothills, you know? Maybe I made a mistake power farming in the direction I did. I might just try out a series of base pads and slam them down. It's quite possible. I don't know, that's going to drink up some juice. Yeah, 4.5 megawatts. Not a small amount. And max accuracy will be stuck at 60 till we have more scopes and staff to man them. So these foothills, maybe I should just try a series of base pads and see if I can jam through here somehow. Just see if it works. So we'll go to here. We'll just stick them out as far away as we can, and we're going to see if we can cut through this stuff. Just experimenting. I mean, we'll obviously instantly recycle these units. I'm sure our poor people will come out and build this crud, but then we'll just take it down again. It doesn't look promising, but it looks possible. Maybe not. No. No, it doesn't look like you can do it. Okay, so sorry about the extra work there, guys. Totally didn't mean to stress you. Okay, so no can get through there. More's the pity. More's the pity. What about here? Let's see. No. Yeah, no, it looks like this is going to be unavailable to us. That's a shame. Is there any other way? Not seeing any other way, really. Not seeing a lot of laser beams zapping around the area either. Okay. No, looks like our original plan is what's going to happen. We'll just be stuck with the area we're stuck with. That's fine. And we'll power farm this area, I suppose. Pfft, not my favorite idea in the world, but it'll do. Speaking of power farming, probably just about time to pick up on the fleshing out of our grid. Just make sure of everything. Okay, so we got a little canteen space up, which is easily expandable. And I think our conditions back up. Conditions back up. We're dreadfully short-staffed still. We did get a laser up, which is a bit heartening, a bit nice. And since this is going to be the new pad area, so we're going to bring security center airlock like that, and have the big pads here. And then over here we'll have probably another security center and an airlock. I like 3. The canteen. Oh, I could just stick an airlock on the canteen, couldn't we? Now we're starting to get a little bit of resources built up. I wouldn't call it a lot. Looks like spares are going to hold out, so that's cool. We're not going to trade just yet because I want to expand this biodome. Very much want to expand this biodome. And that means we should get a little further ahead on veg production right now. Yes, we should. So we're not going to trade because we end up trading the veg. We're going to let meals and stuff build up. Maybe we'll even pop in another meal maker just to get it filled with veg. Oh, look, there's no room now. Devils. So I'm going to take this out. Yeah. I want to recycle it, take it out. Okay. They make it tricky sometimes. Put in a second one, and then I think there should be room for a third. But there isn't. Isn't that funny? That's okay. We'll just put the pot of plant and the fountain back in elsewhere. Boy, there's no room back there for anything at all. Go figure, eh? Even a fountain? Even a fountain. That's funny. I don't remember it being like that before. Kind of wastes the space. It's alright. Okay, that's okay. They'll get all that stuff redone. Yeah, vegetables will probably level off, actually. Chances are good. Vegetables will level off. Because we added the meal maker, so it does suck up more veg. And we'll see our robots probably getting busy with that. That's the dark before the dawn. And we're down 2 and change power collectors out of 5. So we are now almost at power balance. And we better take a look at our water grid before we expand biodome. I think we're okay. I might put up a water tower. I'm thinking possibly another battery should be commissioned right now. Just try to figure out an unobtrusive place for the damn thing. We need to be able to demolish. We really need to be able to demolish stuff. Hey, what was that? Look at that. I saw it. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. You were there. Ah, there it was. Pow. Love it. It's a good spot for it. That's a good spot for it. Yeah, food's leveling off. However, we'll probably hold because we've got... Something just disappeared and I'm not even sure what it was. Gee. Something just went off the list and I'm not even sure what it was. I'd have to rewind and you can't. So we'll get that new power cell up nice and quick and consider a new panel 2. We'll see how we do with spares, I guess. Gotta watch that. Oh, look at that! It did nail it. Took out the laser. Demonic, man. And then probably another one will come slamming down. I'm going to save right here. Probably another one will come slamming down and nail us. Oh, man. And just after I said the chances of that happening were super low, watch it happen now. Watch it now happen. Okay, veg is pulling ahead. I've got to have it pull ahead a ways before I pull the biodome. And I am pulling the biodome, so... Yeah, and I kind of want other stuff caught up too, like get this build done. Get that build done, and we'll see if it fills. I've got a feeling it might not fill over the course of the day, so... So it looks like we take down 2 whole ones and start on a 3rd one before we're done for the night. Oh, here's the night ending. Maybe that varies night by night. Let's see. Let's see, and let's be right on base controls here in case of a flare, eh? So we're watching, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. And then it'll start tickling the next battery in a second before we get sun. There comes the sun, just as that one empties. Oh, and they start filling again. So now we'll see if they do fill the third battery. We're now drawing a lot more than we used to. Yeah, we might fill the extra battery. I'm sorry to stand here and watch, but with this planet, I'm finding I think it's really going to pay to be pretty cautious. You know, pretty cautious. I could connect those two guys, could I? We'll leave that alone for now. I'm not going to worry about it for the moment. I just want to see how we fill. We're halfway through the day now. We're halfway through the day. And that one's full. And now, oh dear, oh no. Go inside, guys. Looks like the battery's going to fill. Yikes. Get in the house, boys and girls. Get inside the house. Okay, we're good. I think everybody got in. Thanks, telescope. Good job, telescope. Freaky. Well, I won't demolish the biodome just now, then. I'll wait till the flare's passed before I demolish the biodome. And it does mean we're getting lots of veg built up and stuff like that. Look, there's the medical person. Working late because it's an alert. It's, oh, can't click them. No, you can't get their body sometimes. On some activities, like on the dormitory bunks, you can click them, but you can't click them on the regular things. Or on the, I wonder if I could click those. Yeah, I can click that one standing there. It's just when he's in the seat. It depends on the type of biologist, or type of animation. Spike P. Maynard. Doing his job. We're doing someone else's job, actually, it looks like. Okay, solar flare detected. It's night. Hilarious. I've learned my lesson. This alert stays on until well after daybreak. I'm not fooling around with that. I've been caught before. Okay, glad we put in the extra battery. That was helpful. We needed it. And we did need it, you know. A meteor hit on a collector or on a solar panel could cripple the system for part of a day. So, very wise to have that added. And another solar panel probably almost right away. Even though we don't have the patent for the good ones, we'll probably put in another. And there it is. Yeah, glad I kept the alert on. And yeah, if I demolished the biodome, I'd strand those biologists outside in their suits, eh? Well, that's great that the alert stayed on. Wow, I'm having some serious temporomandibular pain today. It's an old injury. I had a nasty accident when I was younger, and today it's just, it's clicking and pop on sore. Glad I don't have to chew anything right now. And we're not filling our cells that fast, are we? Yeah, well, we'll see how that all goes with the cells. Glad they provide scary music and gamma to show you when the problem's happening. It's quite effective, and it terrifies me. Okay, we got some veg built up, we got some meat built up. We can definitely pull that biodome in a minute's time. Wonder if we could pop that little storage out along with it. Probably no way to replace it with anything decent sized, so it's gonna end up staying, I guess. Okay, this should be over pretty soon. Oh, are we on X1? Yeah, it switches you down to X1 automatically. Yeah, these bots, they do not last. They're great while they're here, but they just don't last. I wonder if I could put something bigger in the place of that storage, but then if I pull it, I've got that mound of stored stuff there, and it'll actually be really difficult to remove. It's one of those things we may end up stuck with. Okay, biology. I think now is your time. And no, I'm not going to mess with the storage, although I'm pretty sure I could pop it out. Better save first here. Pad's off, so I'm not going to get interrupted. Kaboom! Okay, guys, come and pick up the mess, quick. I need some bots, and I need some folks, and I don't need a bot that's going to break down on the way back to the airlock, mind you, CR, whatever you are. Maybe you should have stuck to something easier. Actually, he's still got repairs left in him, so he'll do. Get this cleared away, because we're not going to waste it, and we want this food supply replaced. Jeez, man, they're nasty. We want this food supply replaced really fast. So we really need people to get rid of this stuff quick, because we can't afford to lose these resources. Having only 2 airlocks is a problem. Installing another airlock will become a priority, I think, pretty soon. And we'll put it together here. Probably we'll put it together, added to this biology section. So come on, guys, before another flare happens, or a meteor smacks you, or whatever, just come and get it. Come get it done, please. I don't know what your priority is, but you can forget about the vegetables and just get this work done. I like that the bots kind of scoot along faster than humans when they're not loaded. Actually, when they are loaded too, I think they're faster than humans. That makes sense, you know. They got sort of tread things. It's a fast way to get around. Treads do wear. I know from reading about tanks and having some family in the military that tread wear is a really big thing with mechanized vehicles of any kind that are made for crossing rough ground. It's hard to design a constant rotating tread thing like that actually holds up under strain. There's just a lot of variables on the structure. Would you please collect this stuff, man? Come on, you took all night to pick that up. Okay, great. We can get back to the idea of adding that in here. And yeah, we're going to be leaving the storage where there's just, it's not happening. So we're going to put the biggest biodome we can manage right here. And we're going to pop it on with triple connections and hope these fools don't build themselves into it, eh? Oh, they will too, won't they? Yeah, they will, and if they do, I'll demolish out a connection and rebuild it, because I'm just not impressed with that nonsense. And yeah, drain on water and power will be increased, obviously. So it might be time to beef up systems on that front. So, drain water. Okay, I'm gonna worry about power first and water second. Well, do I want to commission 2 builds at once? Yeah, probably. No, we've got enough power. I don't want to commission 2 builds at once. I take it back. Just want them to get this done. And if they build themselves, maybe I better watch. These little kindergartners build themselves into a triangle. We'll be correcting them. Look at them go. They are faster on this than they were on taking it away. Oh, that's the dark before dawn, so better get the controls out. Be really ready on solar flares. I'm just gonna hover yellow alert. I mean, that's probably irritating for anyone watching though, so actually I won't hover yellow alert. But I'm gonna be pretty ready. Pretty ready. That one laser isn't doing very much for us. We need another scope, another engineer to man it, and then that laser will become useful and start firing more often. As it stands, it's probably protecting us 1 time out of 10 that a meteor might hit us. Now the interesting part about building the connections starts. We're going to see what they decide to do, or if they ignore the whole structure because it violates their AI to build those closed connections. So he's going to start with the dome. Okay, this is the interesting part, and I don't want to lose another engineer to nonsense like that. And he's going to build that. Oh God, there was no one in it. Can you believe it? There was no one in it. Oh, we're going to overstrain our air systems. And he did it. He built himself into a thing. Get out of there. Now go build it. Yep, they did it again. And quickly. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. And we better get this furnished. We're going to put in wheat. We're going to put in mushrooms. We're going to put in onions. We're going to put in wheat. We're going to put in radishes. We're going to put in lettuce. And we're going to put in another tomato, and then we're going to call it a day. That's pretty extreme, and we'll bring in some biologists to deal with it on a pretty much now basis. I'm just going to bring them right in. Yeah, we're going to bring them right in. Get that starch production going here. Good, he didn't build himself in this time. Isn't that nice? Clever fellow. Yeah, okay. Oh, and we definitely still need a medicinal pad. We don't have one. Glad I remembered the medicinal pad. Okay, guys. Send me some biologists. Wow, we survived that, whatever you would call it. We survived it. Storage is critically bad. That's too bad. We'll deal. We'll fully deal. We'll fully deal. We got the support systems in. We just need our colonists and maybe another telescope and, you know, some other stuff. Gonna wait for now. Oh, here we are. How many did they send? 3 of them. Okay, I'm game. But we will keep the pad off, or at least we'll turn colonists off while we soak up that additional damage there. So that might strain food and accommodation. So, but that should be just right for what I did here in biology. 3 more biologists should really enable us to start pumping out the starch, for one thing. Yeah, starch production's just nothing. Let's put in some more. Let's just do another couple maize. Start with that. Okay. Starting to take form here. Starting to have some ideas. And this back half of the base, it'll either remain as work dorms or it'll get into teardown status. We'll see what happens with it. I don't think I can expand engineering production beyond spares at the moment. Spares are doing fine. Spares are doing fine, and so we are going to put in a panel. And our power farm's going to be a mess back here too, because frankly we want that big patent. I mean, we need this panel in, and we need it in now, but we also need the big panel patent rather badly. I'm not even going to double connect that stuff. It's getting torn out in the end. We need another scope. Scopes look good around a landing pad, so don't really have the resources to build what I'm looking for in terms of new airlocks and stuff. We got the bioplastic choke out again. It's happening. So yeah, and there's no starch in the building, and they didn't build me most of my new starch pads, which is a shame. Maybe they will. As soon as they get some more bioplastic, they'll build me some of my starch pads. I bet the other bioplastic's in the, yeah, probably in the med machine, yeah, right there. So it'll happen, it'll happen. Here comes a starch, so it'll occur. Let's see. Well, this pad area is going to come down relatively soon, and that solar panel is going up relatively soon. We would like another scope and engineers to man it, but again, we're going to see how we do on food and accommodations with our 3 new biologists. Love the people train. Makes you want to stay on the controls, though, because they can get stranded outside that single airlock doing this, right? Yes, they can, indeed. Wonder what happens if a meteor hits the mine. Does it just break the mine, or does it kill the people in the mine? I don't think I've had it happen before yet. I'd be very curious to know. I'm glad he put up the connection for it. That's nice. And here comes a fellow to do some repairs. Great, so we've got another nice big panel powering us. That's really nice. We really want to stay ahead of the curve on power. This planet, you need storage at night on this planet, so you know what? Got the steel. I've got the steel. So stick it right in there. We're going to skip the double connection business. And we're going to put that battery in. And we're going to think about another scope console, eh? So we are going to need to go out this way to build a new control center, because we're going to have a double airlock facing the thing here. So I think that might mean we can only have this one scope console in here. So when we do that, I think I'll do that next episode. I'm going to build this secondary control center, secondary airlock, and get started on the pad out here. And then we might even think about hooking an airlock up to the canteen or to a bar or something. We'll deal. Now, the 3 extra biology staff should probably be able to deal with this, I would guess. Hey, a trader. Forgot, it's a general trader. He's got the ringed planet. Okay, here he is. What have you got? And what have we got? What do we need? We're okay on food right now. We really need steel. We really need bioplastics. I'll take that. You know, I'd love to have that, so I think I'll take it. And then we'll just see about paying for that. See what we got here. Because his hold has only a certain amount of space in it, and we're not wanting to sell a lot of expensive things to get this. What's this? A carrier. Oh, his hold's full. Okay. I think that's doable. I hope that doesn't wreck our spares capabilities. But, I don't know. Yeah. We're not drawing a lot of steel except for builds. So spares won't run out of steel. And we're getting bioplastic from this deal. So definitely going to run this out. I am saving with the thing on the pad. I've given up on worrying about there being a bug there. It's just my paranoid mind. Boy, they sure could use another airlock here. No mistake on that, eh? Our driller bot still exists. I'm impressed. I am impressed. And nice that they get the maze pad up because, you know, it eats a bioplastic, but it will eventually contribute to our bioplastic. So, oh, I better really watch my controls for flares here. This could be a really dangerous time. Scope's not manned. Scope's not manned, and there's a lot of people outdoors, so I'm sitting here ready on the X1 button and just ready. Here, I'll just move the camera around a little. They're not going to get someone on the scope while we're this busy with the ship, I guess. I hope this was worth it. If I lose a bunch of people to radiation, then this trade won't be worth it. It is getting a bit sketchy around this place with only one airlock, I think. And we're probably starting to get sketchy on oxygen too. I wouldn't be too surprised to find. So, gonna just... Yeah, you gotta do things in baby steps on this planet. I'm satisfied having kind of a worker core back here that's going to build out into a resort. That's going to work. That's going to work. I mean, the majority, okay, I don't have to freak out quite as much because it's night. The majority of the people here are always going to be colonists anyway, so they're going to enjoy the resort facilities probably more than the guests. But yeah, I guess the upshot is we'll get her done and we're off to a good start. What's that nice looking thing? It's our gun. Now we could get a guard if we wanted. So it'd be nice to have some semiconductor and gun production, but I don't think we're staffed for it yet, and I don't want to watch the staff thing because, you know, there's only a certain amount of air and water in the place. We're at half oxygen and a little over half water consumption. I think we restored the power system sufficiently to support slightly more building. And it looks like biology is going to have a hard time. So that's too bad. And here's another bloody trader. What has he got? Really nothing we want. We could overload the base selling vegetables to him. Why not? Why not, eh? Why not overload the base selling him vegetables? So he doesn't have anything else we want. We're not going to buy them alcoholic liquors. Yeah, we're not going to buy them alcoholic liquors, so we'll just make this trade for a little extra cash for the base. Hope we don't get zorched on a flare. And maybe I'll either take some of this junk out or reduce it to lower maintenance, eh? Like, let's pull that lettuce. Yeah, let's reduce their duties down a little bit here. Yeah, let's pull their duties back a little, eh? That should help. I hope. We don't want to have a problem. And it looks like we could end up with a storage problem in a minute, eh? Just due to vegetable overproduction. So let's not be fools about that, basically. We need that starch production, but maybe we didn't need a lot more vegetable production. So we'll leave it at that with vegetables, and if it starts to fall off again, ooh, better be on the controls here. It could come any time, and there's not likely to be anyone on the scope. Wow, man. Not likely to be anyone on the scope, which can be quite tragic, can't it? Okay, we're almost done with him. That's good. I think I'll kill trading for the moment. Let things stabilize here. Make sure I got those controls ready. You have to click a couple times to get to your security center controls, so. And he left nothing but money, so that's grand. Okay, we're safe. Most people are going to be inside now, other than repair engineers and miners. Can't believe our driller bot's still chugging along, man. Good on him. Pretty happy about that, I gotta tell you. Starch production is online. Bioplastic production is online. Steel production is very slow due to shortage of staffing, I think. And veg are still climbing despite removing a couple of pads. We'll watch that. It means we could support a bar easily at this point, but we don't want to increase our population. We don't want to do anything silly with the base right now. We want to look to the next stage of real development, which is going to cost us significant steel and bioplastic to accomplish. But these things will get done. And we want security center airlock, and then security center airlock, like so. And then the big pads out here. We might even have 3 landing pads instead of 2. And we'll keep them in the center of the base. And we will wrap base structure around the landing pads as best we possibly can. That will be basically how we do that. And this is the power farm. We'll pull the pad out, we'll clean it up, we'll get rid of these dinkies and put in big ones once we have the massive patent and not before. And so on that note, folks, I'm going to bid you adieu. I hope you're having a good day or night or whatever that is. Wish us survival, and I'll see you next time for episode 32. So have a good one, and talk to you later.